Hello lovely Pisces, thank you so much for tuning in to your reading with me, Lorien. It's an absolute pleasure to bring you this reading every month. This is for Pisces Rising, Pisces Moon and Pisces Sun, and it is a general reading. If you want to look at your love relationships, I would recommend looking at your Venus sign. So for instance, Venus in Sagittarius, just check out that reading. If you'd like a personal reading from myself, now's a great time to do so. Get in before the big rush that's coming through at the end of the year. I should get back to you within 24 hours with a reading. So if you just want to click the link to my website below, it'll have all the readings listed. Or if you just want to email me, it's lorientarot@gmail.com. So using the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake and using the Archangel Oracle decks by Doreen Virtue. So let's see what comes through for Pisces this month. Ooh, lots of changes it feels like, but going pretty steady, not seeming to really rustle along or change much for yourself. Whoop, okay, well we'll do that. The Fool, cool, alright. 6 of Wands, the Hierophant, and 8 of Wands. Wow, okay. Actually, I'll just move these down slightly so you can see. My altar is so messy at the moment because I've had a lot of spell requests, so I'm having trouble trying to space everything out. Okay, so the 4 of Swords, the Emperor, the 5 of Cups, and the High Priestess. Wow, you've got a lot going on this month, Pisces. And 5 of Pentacles, which I will put down here. There we are. Okay. It looks a little bit wonky, so let me just see what comes through as I tune into the cards. I highly recommend you also looking at it for yourself, seeing what symbolism jumps out at you personally. Well, you do seem to have a lot of magic going on in your life in general. I would say that there's a very strong theme of making sure that you're settling into a flow. There are some major arcanas. We do have them on each column actually. So we have the Fool, the Emperor, the Hierophant, the High Priestess. So it kind of may be like an up and down sensation this month. For what it's worth, I do think this energy is going to actually benefit you, to be honest. I do think you're going to come through and have a lot of intensity and, you know, get through it. But the main thing which they're putting to me first is I don't really want you to feel like you're being pushed out. They don't want you to feel that you're, I don't know, being shoved out of your own environment or not worthy of doing whatever it is you want to do. So that's not something that they want you to focus on. But let's have a look and see. Okay, the Fool and the 4 of Swords. To me, this is a really strong pairing. Now, people, when they see 4 of Swords, they go, oh no, but to be honest, this is renewal, and this is like something that you've achieved, and you may feel like you have a new direction or you have an idea as to what you want to do next. With this, I would say that it's just kind of asking you to be calm and approach it rationally. They're not saying to, you know, override anything or to completely change anything you're doing or, you know, completely destroy what you've already done, because that would be the Tower card. What they're trying to do is say, be excited about what the future brings, but don't necessarily sacrifice your rest, your stability, your recuperation for that new beginning. So make sure that in order to reach that new beginning, in order to enjoy it fully and to actually transform in the way you're meant to be, make sure that you're resting. Make sure that you're building yourself up, building your strength up. This can be in any way, shape or form. It can be by, you know, picking and choosing what you want to put into your body, drug-wise, you know, pharmaceutical wise. You could even be looking at diet. You could be looking at exercise regime, how many times you're sleeping, you know, if there's a too big a commute, anything can come from this for you here. Ooh, it's sticking to me. Okay. And then we have the Six of Wands and the Emperor. So I think with your victory and with your kind of recovery from something, you have to recover from something before you get that new beginning. This seems to be like you finally feel that you're able to stand on your own, you're able to hold your own in maybe some kind of social environment. And here we have the Emperor, so it could be that maybe you're able to stand up to a boss, or maybe to meet the requirements a boss expects. It could even be a father figure or a partner that's actually coming in, a very masculine person coming in to ask you to do something in particular, and you haven't felt like you wanted to do it. This could also be you seeing the fact that you have a lot of potential, seeing the fact that you are approaching this very logically. But more often than not, this is somebody in education. This is somebody who says, hey, you're doing really well, and they see you and appreciate you. You're actually saying you're learning a lot, or you're doing really well. So this is somebody who can actually say, hey, you're doing good, you can actually appreciate this, and all that kind of stuff. I think that you may have worried about, will I be accepted in this new place? Will this new relationship work? Will this renewal of the relationship work? This is kind of saying that yes, it will. You can kind of level it out. If you're looking for somebody in regards to relationships, or if you're looking for a new position, I do think that this shows that you're going to handle yourself in a way that encourages people to come to you, or encourages people to connect with you. But if you don't recover from the last one, Pisces, you're not going to attract that in. So if you had a really shit job before, or a shit relationship before, you need to make sure that that's gone before you approach the new beginning and have this all kind of come through. Does that make sense? I hope so. And then we have the Hierophant and the Five of Cups. This, to me, is about training the mind not to focus on the negative. So again, maybe with the recuperation, if you have had men, women, anybody in between just kind of tell you off or disappoint you or anything like that, maybe you always think, well, people have come out to celebrate my birthday, but this one person hasn't. Or I remember that time when, and just be really disappointed and crying over the things that have been rather than the things that are still standing. Now, the way to do that, I think, is to just train your mind not to focus on it. Make sure, again, that you were able to recuperate, so you have that recuperation here, but very much more prominent in your mindset, prominent in the way you are behaving, and the way you're looking at things, and the way you seem to want to achieve, if that makes sense. Because you do have to put a lot of discipline. Sure, you have to make sure that you are putting the work in, be very routine sometimes in anything. But ultimately, I do think this is to stop you from going off into the oh no, woe is me phase. I'm not saying that all of you are going to do that, but I do think that this just needs to be a calm, relaxed, maybe take up yoga, maybe take up something, I don't know what you want to do. Maybe it's painting, that's very therapeutic, or something like that, just to kind of get your mind off certain stresses. It could even be reading. Make sure that you have like half an hour of reading a day, and maybe before you go to bed. But I think a good thing to do is to make sure that you're not looking at any electronics maybe an hour before you go to bed. That's really good. So it gets your mind prepared. Right, I'm going to bed in a minute, I'm going to read, and then you're able to kind of shut down and go forwards a little bit more. But the Eight of Wands and the High Priestess, this is really big change. I think as soon as you train your mind, you're going to be able to see the good that's maybe come out of chaos in the past, but also it shows to me that things are going to happen quite quick. This is you also looking into the future, maybe getting yourself a little bit prepared for what else is coming, because you do feel ready now. Maybe you're kind of like, okay, bring it on. Bring it on, universe. Let me know what's coming through. Let me face this. Because you might feel ready. You might feel like you're coming to a point now with the turn of the year, and the Southern Hemisphere is getting spring, Northern Hemisphere is getting winter, the middle is constantly hot. So it's kind of like you need to maybe check what this change of seasons is doing for you personally, and maybe try out something new. Maybe see what you can do, what you can actually bring to yourself in manifestation, because you're ready. By the end of this month, when the veil is at its thinnest, you are ready. You're very, very much ready for something brand new, I think, coming in. And maybe you will actually be able to have balanced yourself again. With this 2 here, you might be able to have balanced yourself into finding something that's really coming through to you. You can maybe kind of balance your work and your home, or your health and your romance, something that really just seems to have been kind of struggle for you lately or in the recent past. You're then able to come through and say, hey, I did that okay. I used that all right. I'm not too bad. Okay, let's see. But they don't want you to feel like you're being pushed into a certain path. That's the main thing. They don't want you to feel like you have to do this, or you have to train your mind, or you have to do anything. They're just saying that this, you're going to go up and down a little bit this month because of various things. Maybe just try and manage any anxiety, manage any worries that you may have by just kind of focusing on the positives that are around you. So let's see. What does Pisces need to know for the month of October 2017? Whoa. Right, nurture. That's pretty much what I've been saying. Archangel Gabriel, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. So some of my Pisceans are actually teachers. So this could be, as you nurture a young mind, you also should nurture your mind. Young minds can actually teach you so much. Maybe you need to look further around you to see how else you can maybe challenge yourself, or also nurture yourself. Maybe you can see what other people do when they get a bit stressed. Maybe you can spend some quality time with a loved one, a mother, a father, a youngster, just to make yourself feel a little bit calmer in yourself. I'm just going to do another one. And so, woo! Okay, so you are safe. Oh, you got 2. You are safe, Archangel Michael. I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and home. So that's very important. Again, the lower energies, I don't want you to focus on that. And Uriel, you know what to do. You trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. So kind of saying, you know what to do. You know what not to focus on. You know what's not worth your time. And I think you know the people who aren't worth your time as well. So make sure that you focus on that this month, Pisces. But what is it you have planned? Is there anything in particular that you want to explore? Is there anything that you want to do in October? Do let me know in the comments below. I'm really looking forward to hearing from you. Again, if you'd like a private reading with me, now is the perfect time. All you need to do is go to the list on the link below and basically order a reading. I probably get back to you within 24 hours. If not the reading, definitely telling you how long you can expect to wait. It's normally like 1 or 2 days. And yeah, this seems to be quite a good reading for you. Thank you for your subscribes and your comments and everything you do to make this time on YouTube for me so much more worthwhile, because I love talking to you guys. Anyway, I love you and leave you for now. Take care this October. I look forward to reading for you in November, and blessed be.